Wesleyan walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side. Shaping up there. Here's a strike right side too.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hunter Wright Stadium here in Kingsport, Tennessee for the championship game of the AAC Conference Baseball Tournament. And it will feature a dandy. The number 1 Reinhardt Eagles and the number 2 Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs will battle it out to see who takes home the championship trophy here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. I'm Jeff Campbell. Appreciate you tuning us in today. Gary Justice and Jeff Hunter here with me as well, taking a look at these two teams. Tennessee Wesleyan 38-11 and Reinhardt 38-9. These two teams during the regular season, Reinhardt finished as a number 1 seed in the regular season, the regular season conference champions. And they earned the number 1 seed, Tennessee Wesleyan the number 2 seed. When you take a look at the national rankings, the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs 3rd in the nation and Reinhardt 5th in the nation. So not just a battle of 2 of the top teams in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, but a battle between 2 of the top teams in all of NAIA baseball, and we are certainly thrilled to bring it to you here on the Southeast Sports Network. And it's just been a great week of softball and baseball here in Kingsport, Tennessee, and do want to congratulate the softball team from Johnson University, the Royals. They captured their first ever conference championship in softball. And certainly a tip of the cap to them. But today we focus on baseball in a huge matchup between Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan. We do want to certainly thank all of the folks who make this happen here on the Southeast Sports Network and everyone, especially at Visit Kingsport. Those folks have went out of their way above and beyond to provide everything we need here at this tournament.
Kingsport is more than just a stop, it's a destination. From family fun at Bays Mountain Park to championship golf, arts, and local events, there's something here for everyone. Ready to experience Southern hospitality at its finest? Plan your visit today and see why Kingsport is the perfect place to relax, explore, and make unforgettable memories. Visit kingsport.com. Your adventure starts here.
Welcome back. And at this time, we do want to certainly give our appreciation to everyone here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, Commissioner Pop, Associate Commissioner Stansel, for everything that they do. And, you know, take great pride in this conference. A lot of great schools, a lot of great teams. And there's many, many ways you can keep up with everything that goes on in the AAC.
Stay connected with the Appalachian Athletic Conference and the Southeast Sports Network all season long. Follow along on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X for the latest scores, highlights, and exclusive content. Don't miss a moment. Visit their websites and get connected today.
Folks, we once again take great pride in this conference, and let's take a look back at the conference championship earlier this year by the Milligan Buffaloes. And anytime, folks, you can claim a conference championship, it's certainly a huge accomplishment, something that these athletes play for and take great pride in, and a memory to be made that will last them throughout their lives. And we're certainly very, very fortunate, very blessed to be able to bring that to you here on the Southeast Sports Network. And Tennessee Wesleyan won the coin toss. They will be the home team here in this game for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. They will send out to the mound Daniel Batcher, the big left-handed pitcher from Tennessee Wesleyan, and Reinhardt will bat first as the visiting team. And it will be Robert Phelps, Louis Dion, and Nash Kroll to the plate for the Eagles here in the top of the first inning. Reinhardt won an elimination game earlier today, which we had for you here on the Southeast Sports Network. They defeated Milligan 6-5 in what was just a dandy baseball game. Walked it off in the bottom of the ninth inning to secure the victory and earn their way here to the championship game versus Tennessee Wesleyan. Tennessee Wesleyan once again finished second in the conference during the regular season, but an outstanding season by the Bulldogs. Find themselves at number 3 in the nation, and they can absolutely smash the baseball. 33 runs scored already in this tournament in 3 games. So we'll have to see how Reinhardt can deal with that high-powered offense from Tennessee Wesleyan. But the Eagles will look to score first as they send Robert Phelps to the plate here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch from Batcher. The big left-hander misses low and in, ball 1. This pitch finds the inside part of the plate, runs the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tennessee Wesleyan in the blue tops, white pants. This pitch swung on, hit hard to short. The line shot fielded cleanly by Devin Dixon for Tennessee Wesleyan, and that retires Robert Phelps for out number 1. Now to the plate for the Eagles, Louis Dion, 297 hitter, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs on the season. Had a solo bomb this morning over the wall in right field. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's the second offer from Batcher. Strike as well, outside corner, pretty pitch. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch, got him looking. 3 pitches is all it takes to retire Dion via the backwards K. 2 up, 2 down for Reinhardt here in the top of the first inning. Nash Kroll, the big first baseman, bats from the right side, steps into the box. Reinhardt in the yellow uniforms with the blue socks, and when they get out in the field, they'll have blue baseball hats on as well. Kroll, a 404 hitter on the season, 16 home runs on the year, 52 runs driven in. First pitch is a ball. Second offering from Batcher. Swung on, grounded over to third, spin, throw, retired is Crowell. And the Eagles go down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. And when we get back from this short break, we'll see the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs come to the plate. It'll be Chris Catalano, Josh Shelley, and Daniel Stewart due up first in the bottom of the first after this short break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Hunter Wright Stadium here in beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee. Early afternoon game. These games were moved up due to the impending threat of weather. Trying to get this conference championship finished, hand out some hardware, and let these teams be on their way to find their location in the NAIA National Tournament. Both of these teams with that high national ranking should find their way there. And for the Reinhardt Eagles, they will send out Hayes Bryant to the mound, another left-hander. And he will have to face a very potent Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lineup. Up first for Tennessee Wesleyan, the center fielder, number 8, Chris Cantilano, 418 hitter on the year, 5 home runs, 42 RBI, 14 stolen bases, 16 doubles on the season. Puts him first in the Appalachian Athletic Conference in that category. Bats from the right side, looking to get things started for the Bulldogs. This early afternoon game here in Kingsport, Tennessee. First pitch, curveball, catches the outside corner. Strike 1 to Catalano. Second pitch from the left-hander, hits him. Got him on the back foot, the curveball. A little too much break on that one. So Cantilano finds himself on base via the hit by pitch. A leadoff runner aboard for the Bulldogs as Josh Shelley makes his way to the plate. 404 hitter on the season, 16 home runs, 60 runs driven in. And folks, Gary Justice said it best. When Tennessee Wesleyan gets on base, they like to cause some problems, put some pressure on the defense. Here's the pitch, finds the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Shelley. Runner at first, nobody out, scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled off down the right field line. We'll make the count on Josh Shelley. Shelley, no balls, 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand here at Hunter Wright Stadium. We certainly appreciate all those folks in attendance and certainly everyone watching at home. Here's the pitch from Bryant, swung on, and Shelley is retired via the strikeout on 3 pitches, 1 out here in the bottom of the first with Daniel Stewart coming to the plate. And one way to describe Daniel Stewart, he is a baseball guy. 19 home runs, 72 RBI. Those 72 runs batted in. Good for second in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Runner goes, pitch, throw down to second, not in time. No, caught him out. Must have got the tag down. Great throw by the catcher from Reinhardt, Ryan Stevens. Threw a rope to retire Cantilano. And now nobody aboard for Reinhardt. Stewart still at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. This one hit high into the early afternoon sky here in Kingsport, turning foul. Can't be caught. Good effort by Reinhardt, the right fielder Barry Eisman. And the second baseman, Louis Dion, giving chase. Just not able to haul that one in. So that will make the count 1 ball, 1 strike to Stewart. Bryant on the mound. Comes set, and he delivers. Another swung on pitch, foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Stewart. Both these teams amped up. Lots of chatter from the dugout. Fans in attendance. On a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hammered into left field, going back, 1 hops the wall. Stewart trying to leg out a double. Here comes the throw. He's safe. A 2-out double for Daniel Stewart. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. And folks, that ball was absolutely Bosk coming on to run for Stewart. And once again, that ball absolutely smoked out into left field here at Hunter Wright Stadium. Brings Colton Reynolds to the plate, newcomer of the year in the conference. 410 hitter, 23 home runs. Ball in the dirt, runner not able to advance. 66 runs batted in for Colton Reynolds, the right fielder today for Tennessee Wesleyan. Bryant checks the runner at second, comes home, fouled off towards the third base dugout. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Definitely want to give a shout out to UPike Hall of Famer Rick Bentley, running the PA duties here at the AAC baseball tournament, keeping up with all the stats. Brought us a couple nice cold waters up here to the press box. Very, very much appreciated. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Colton Reynolds. Runner at second in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1 the count. To the batter, Daniel Stewart. Three-one count. Bryant delivers. Hit hard but foul down the third base line. It's off the fence in front of the patio area here at Hunter Wright Stadium. Ricochets out into left field, has to be retrieved. Just a beautiful facility here at Hunter Wright Stadium. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hayes Bryant, and he retires the side, gives up 1 hit, no runs on no errors. And we will move to the second inning, and the Reinhardt Eagles will send Barry Eisman, Jacob Mantooth, and Adrian Vargas to the plate when we return after a short break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Hunter Wright Stadium, Kingsport, Tennessee. Jeff Campbell bringing you the championship game of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament. Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan. For Tennessee Wesleyan, they will send their pitcher, Daniel Batcher, back to the bump. He's thrown 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, 1 strikeout. Faced 3 batters. Only thrown 8 pitches in that first inning, 6 of those 4 strikes. Batcher, very, very proficient numbers in his first inning of work. To the plate for Reinhardt will be number 31, the right fielder, Barry Eisman. 324 hitter on the season, 6 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Pretty pitch from Daniel Batcher. Here's the pitch, hammered into right field. Going back, tracking it, hauling it in for out number 1 is the right fielder for Tennessee Wesleyan, Colton Reynolds. Tough play that Reynolds made look easy. One batter up, one batter down here in the top of the second inning. As Jacob Mantooth makes his way to the plate. 357 hitter on the season. First pitch from Batcher. A little short in the turf. Ball one. 1-0 count. 1-1 count. Mantooth took a hack at that one. Swinging strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second inning. Here from Kingsport. Hammered into left field, but right at the left fielder. That ball was absolutely tattooed. Cruz Newman had him play very well. Retires Mantooth for out number 2. Now it's up to Adrian Vargas to get something going for the Eagles here in the top of the second. Vargas, a .321 hitter on the season. 4 home runs, 11 stolen bases. Batcher finds the outside corner with a fastball, strike 1. Second pitch swung on by Vargas into center field. Corralled in center by Cantilano to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 3 pop-ups, 3 outs to end the Reinhardt top half of the second inning. As we move to the bottom of the second for Tennessee Wesleyan, it will be Corbin Shaw, Jack Stevens, Brian Espinoza due up when we return from this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back, folks, to Hunter Wright Stadium here at Kingsport, Tennessee. A beautiful afternoon for baseball, 69 degrees, cloudy, but no rain, Mr. Gary Justice. Beautiful afternoon, light breeze, and for Reinhardt, Hayes Bryant back on the mound. 1 inning pitched, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and 4 batters faced. Did allow the double, 15 total pitches, 10 of those strikes. And this one dribbled back up the middle by Shaw. Fielded, thrown over to first to retire Shaw for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. And that will bring up Jack Stevens for the Bulldogs. He's a designated hitter, .355 batting average, 3 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch from Bryant, low and in, ball 1. Bottom of the second inning in a scoreless ball game. Winner claims the trophy. The AAC Baseball Championship here in 2025. Bryant comes set, the 2-0 pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate, 2-1. High voltage Tennessee Wesleyan offense. There's a hard hit ball between the 5-6 hole out into left field. A 1-out single for Jack Stevens. That will bring Brian Espinoza to the plate, the second baseman for Tennessee Wesleyan. 388 hitter on the season, batting out of the 7 hole. 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Watches the first pitch drop in there for a strike from Hayes Bryant. No balls, 1 strike to Espinoza. One runner aboard. 1 out. The pitch. Back to the pitcher. To short. To first. The 1, the 6, the 3 double play. Ends the inning for Tennessee Wesleyan. Nice defense by Reinhardt to end the inning. And they will come to the plate. And you will see Luca Boscarino, Cade Shamley, and Ryan Stevens do up for the Eagles when we return from this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to Kingsport, Tennessee, here on the Southeast Sports Network. Jeff Campbell bringing you the conference championship in the sport of baseball. Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan. And for Tennessee Wesleyan, Daniel Batcher back on the mound as we move to the top of the third. 2 innings of work, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. 6 batters faced, 6 batters retired. 15 total pitches, 12 of those for strikes. It'll be Cade Shamley coming to the plate first for Reinhardt, 213 hitter on the season. Shamley playing third base today. First pitch in there for a strike. Second one, strike as well, right on the outside corner. Shamley quickly behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me, that's Boscarino at the plate. I'm getting ahead of myself, Gary. Boscarino down quickly, 0-2. Shamley in the on-deck circle. Good eye by Boscarino. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate on the inside corner. Runs the count even, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit into the outfield. Right fielder coming over to make the grab. Colton Reynolds, his second put out of the day, retires Boscarino for the first out here in the top of the third inning. Now, Cade Shamley comes to the plate, a 213 hitter. The first pitch going to be miss outside, ball 1. Like the curveball got away from Batcher there. 1 ball, no strikes. This one a little closer, still misses outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count, 1 out. Top of the third inning, scoreless ball game. Shamley fouls this one off. Back to the backstop. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Shamley. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball by Shamley. Count will remain the same, 2-2. Once again, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Reinhardt Eagles at the plate. And Shamley goes down on strikes for out number 2. Great pitch by Batcher to get Shamley swinging. And that will bring Ryan Stevens to the plate. He wears number 26, the catcher today for the Reinhardt Eagles. The pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 1 to Stevens. Second pitch on the way, fouled out of play down the right field line. And Ryan Stevens quickly behind in this count. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch from Stevens. Got him. Backwards K retires the side. 3 up, 3 down again in the Reinhardt half of the 3rd. And Tennessee Wesleyan will come to the plate. You will see Devin Dixon, Cruz Newman, and back to the top of the order in Chris Cantalano when we return right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back, folks. Beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee on the first Saturday in May. Happy Kentucky Derby Day to all those who celebrate. And we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here in a battle between Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. Tennessee Wesleyan coming to the plate, and for Reinhardt back on the mound, Hayes Bryant. 2 innings pitched. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs. Yet to walk a batter, 2 strikeouts. 7 batters face. He's given up 1 double. He's thrown 22 pitches, 15 of those for strikes. And here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, he will face the 8-9-1 batters for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, Devin Dixon, Cruz Newman, and Chris Cantalano. And once again, just a huge shout out to everybody at the Southeast Sports Network. Just been a great week of baseball and softball here in Kingsport. Once again, also thank the folks that visit Kingsport for all that they have done this week to make these tournaments go so smoothly. They have went above and beyond the call of duty. Here's the first pitch swinging, fouled down the 3rd baseline by Dixon. Nice play in the 3rd base coach's box. Oh, and 1 the count to Dixon. This pitch misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Devin Dixon, the shortstop for Tennessee Wesleyan, 366 hitter on the season. 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. That pitch from Bryant catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryant comes set, and the pitch. Woo, I just missed outside. 2-2 count. Reinhardt Eagles wanting that called 3rd strike. Didn't get it. 2-2 count to Dixon. The pitch stays upstairs, full count. Great at-bat by Devin Dixon. Seeing some pitches, and now you'll see the payoff pitch from Hayes Bryant. Fouled up and out of play. And we'll do it again. Three-two count, scoreless game. Bottom of the third inning. This one hammered right back at the pitcher. Hayes Bryant flashing the leather, fielding his position, catching the hard line drive to retire Devin Dixon, and that ball was a shot. And that will be the first out here in the bottom of the third. Cruz Newman coming to the plate for Tennessee Wesleyan. Newman batting in the 9-hole, .333 on the year. 12 home runs, 40 batted in. First pitch strike to Newman. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off speed on the outside corner, strike two. Bryant doing a good job settling in, just has given up the 2 hits. Scoreless here in the bottom of the third. This pitch just misses off the plate. Once again, these two teams finished 1 and 2 the regular season race. Reinhardt finished as the number 1 seed, regular season champs. Pitch it low and away. Make the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryant toes the rubber, set to deliver the 2-2 pitch to Newman. Stays upstairs, ball 3. The second consecutive batter to see a payoff pitch from Cruz Newman. This one swung on, hit hard into right field. Nice piece of hitting by Newman as he gets a 1-out single to right field. And that flips the lineup back to the top. Leadoff hitter Chris Cantilano coming to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and that will draw a mound visit from Reinhardt. And looks like his day may be done. We'll send it away for a short break. We'll have a new pitcher for you when we return right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice.
Well, back, folks, the new pitcher for Reinhardt will be Logan Lynch in relief of Hayes Bryant. Bryant pitched 2.1 innings, gave up 3 hits, had 2 strikeouts, 35 total pitches, 22 of those for strikes. Lynch, the big right-hander. And the first batter he will face will be the top of the order, Chris Catalano. Cruz Newman at first, single to right field, brought on the pitching change. 3 hits now in the game for Tennessee Wesleyan. Runner at first, 1 out. Lynch throws from the sidearm pitcher, a la Kent Tekulve. And he has an even count on Catalano, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe not as sidearm as Kent Tekulve for those of you who are old enough to remember him. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. This one swung on and fouled down the third base line. The count will go to 1-2. Once again, Catalano hit by a pitch in the first inning. Was caught stealing, trying to get to second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Lynch. Got him looking. Fastball outside corner, retires Catalano. For Lynch, his first strikeout of the day. And that will bring Josh Shelley to the plate. Struck out his first time. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-0 the score. Here's the pitch fouled off by Shelley. Shelley comes into this one with 84 hits on the season. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss from Shelley. And he finds himself behind in this count quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Cruz Newman over at first, had a 1-out single. It was followed by the strikeout of Catalano. Now Shelley, 0-2, the pitch. Misses away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lynch gets the sign. Delivers. Swung on, hit to short. Can't be fielded. The shortstop for Reinhardt, Robert Phelps, tried to pick it up off the 1-hop, goes off his glove, scoots into the outfield grass or the outfield turf. He'll be charged with an error. So Shelley reaches on the error. Newman moves safely to second. So now runners aboard at first and second. And Daniel Stewart to the plate for Tennessee Wesleyan. Stewart had a nice-looking swing on that one. Just swung right over top of it. First pitch, a strike to Stewart. No balls, 1 strike. Stewart with 72 RBI on the season. Looking to add to that total here. 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. 0s on the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Stewart dribbles this one back up the middle. It's going to be fielded at short by Phelps. Tossed over to first to retire Stewart for out number 3 via the 6-3 putout. We have played 3 complete from Kingsport here in the AAC Championship. When we go to the top of the 4th for Reinhardt, top of the order back up, it'll be Phelps, Dion, Kroll after this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Top of the fourth inning here from Kingsport in the AAC Baseball Championship game between Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. Tennessee Wesleyan will send Daniel Batcher back to the mound. He's the starter in today's game for the Bulldogs. He's pitched 3 innings. No hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 9 batters faced. And he has he has thrown 30 pitches. Easy for me to say, 23 of those for strikes. And once again for Reinhardt Eagles, top of the lineup coming to the plate, be Robert Phelps, Louis Dion in the on-deck circle, and Nash Kroll in the hole for Reinhardt. Phelps 0 for 1 on the day. Hammers this ball foul. And if that woulda, coulda, shoulda, ifs and buts, if that would have stayed fair, would have been long gone. He hit that ball a mile. Watches the second pitch across the outside corner, quickly behind 0-2 in the count. Batcher, the big left-hander, deals. Hard hit ball to short. Backhand play. Long throw across the diamond. Retires Phelps. Fantastic play at short by Devin Dixon. Had to backhand that deep in the 5-6 hole. Long throw. And retires Phelps for out number 1 via the 6-3 putout here in the top of the 4th inning. Louis Dion to the plate now. 297 hitter. Struck out looking in the first. And 2 quick strikes from Batcher. And Dion behind in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. This one hit hard, just foul down the third base line, and our umpire out there had a great look at that one. I couldn't see it for where he was standing. Hit right in front of him. And that would have been trouble had it been about 9 inches to the left. No balls, 2 strikes. High and in, ball 1 to Dion. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. No score. Only offense in this game, 3 Tennessee Wesleyan hits. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate on the outside corner. Evens the count 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dion goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. We'll bring up 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Nash Kroll coming to the plate. Kroll certainly has the skill set to get one out of this park in a hurry. 16 home runs on the season. Watches the first pitch from Batcher. Across the outside corner for strike one. This one just misses outside. Evens the count, 1-1. Tennessee Wesleyan and Reinhardt. Pitch misses outside, ball two. Two of the premier teams in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Two of the premier teams in all the nation in NCAA Baseball. Kroll fouls this one off his foot in the batter's box. Make the count 2-2, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. The pitch. Upstairs. Crowd wanted to take a cut at that one. Able to not go around. Full count. Payoff pitch. And Crowell earns the walk, and that will be the first base runner of the day for the Reinhardt Eagles. That will bring Barry Eisman to the plate. 324 batting average on the season. Bats from the left side. Eisman, the right fielder today for Reinhardt. Batcher. Curveball misses outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. The count to Barry Eisman. Fouled up and out of play. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 outs on the board. This one fouled off by Eisman. Nash Kroll earned a 2-out walk. Plants himself safely at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eisman. Top of the fourth inning. AAC championship on the line. Runner goes. Fouled right back our way. And I did flinch. I tell on myself when I need to, because that one was coming back here at a high rate of speed. Gary Justice almost pulled a Gabe Schride and jumped under the desk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Need to close this window. This is hazard duty pay up here. Eisman waits the pitch, swung on, hit in the air down the left field line, but going to go foul. Skips off the rocks, and then a patron out in the patio area catches it with one hand. He's on the phone. Need to get him up here. Maybe he can put a glove on him. 1 ball, 2 strike. The count to Eisman. Got him looking. Pretty pitch on the outside part of the plate. Second strikeout of the inning for Batcher, and he retires Tennessee Wesleyan. 4 batters faced, no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left on base. And the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs will come to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. And when they do, we will see Colton Reynolds, Corbin Shaw, and Jack Stevens due up after this short break right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back, folks. Beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee, here on the first Saturday in May, where we will crown a conference champion in the sport of baseball here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan for the Reinhardt Eagles back to the mound. It will be Logan Lynch. He's only pitched 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, 3 batters faced through 10 pitches, 8 of those 4 strikes. And he will deal with Colton Reynolds first up for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Pretty pitch, Logan Lynch. Colton Reynolds 0 for 1 today, struck out in the first inning. Second pitch misses upstairs. Ball 1. Scoreless ball game. Zeros on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. This one hit by Reynolds down the right field line. It's going to stay fair. Reynolds going to round first. Lead off double. Colton Reynolds. That's just the way you get an inning started if you're the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. That is Tennessee Wesleyan's 4th hit of the day. Just a nice piece of hitting by Reynolds. Took the outside pitch, took his hands to the baseball, didn't try to do too much with it. Put it out in right field for a leadoff double. Corbin Shaw now the batter. This one hit hard, foul down the third base line. Shaw grounded out to short his first time up. No balls, 1 strike, the count. Corbin Shaw batting in the 5-hole for Tennessee Wesleyan. 401 hitter on the season, 25 home runs. Runner at second, the former Colton Maggard, no out. Colton Reynolds, excuse me. Big cut from Shaw. He's down quickly, 0-2. Once again, Reynolds at second. Leadoff double here in the bottom of the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. Logan Lynch, the pitcher for Reinhardt, set to deliver. The 0-2 pitch. Quick peek at the runner. This one hit by Shaw, back into left field, back over the wall, touch 'em all. Corbin Shaw, 2-run blast. And the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs strike first after the 2-run bomb by Corbin Shaw here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that ball was a no-doubter. And I said after the leadoff double by Reynolds, that's the way you start an inning. Shaw only adds to that. A double by Reynolds, a 2-run home run by Corbin Shaw clears the bases, and the Bulldogs ahead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jack Stevens, the new batter for Tennessee Wesleyan. No outs, nobody on. 2 runs across on 2 hits here in this inning. Stevens. Pitch misses outside from Lynch. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Stevens. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Right fielder going over near the foul line. Makes the grab. Barry Eisman squeezes it for out number one. And now Brian Espinoza to the plate for Tennessee Wesleyan. In his first plate appearance, Espinoza hit into the 1-6-3 double play to end the second inning. Espinoza fouls the first pitch. Out of play, strike one. One out. Now here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Inside. 1-1 count to Espinoza. Espinoza wears number 16. Playing second base when the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs are in the field. Now he's got a bat in his hand. The pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Single for Espinoza. Just a great piece of hitting. Kept his hands back. Caught the baseball out over the heart of the plate. Right by the pitcher between the shortstop and the second baseman. And for Tennessee Wesleyan, that's their third hit here in the fourth inning. Devin Dixon comes to the plate. Espinoza on first. One out. Dixon tries to get down the bunt. Fouls it off. Strike one. Scoreless ball game as we moved into the bottom of the fourth, but that was quickly changed thanks to Corbin Shaw's two-run home run. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner, strike two. And Dixon quickly behind in this at bat. No balls, two strikes. One out, runner on first. Logan Lynch, the pitcher, deals home. This one hit hard to second, the 4, the 6, the 3, double play, and just like that, Reinhardt gets out of the inning, but not before some damage is done on 3 hits for Tennessee Wesleyan, 2 runs, no errors, and the inning-ending double play will bring Reinhardt back to the plate in the top of the 5th inning, and they will see Mantooth, Vargas, and Boscarino due up when we return from this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back, folks. Kingsport, Tennessee, here for the conference championship in the sport of baseball. Jeff Campbell, Gary Justice, Jeff Hunter bringing this one to you from Kingsport on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Daniel Batcher back to the mound for Tennessee Wesleyan. 4 innings pitched, no hits, no runs. Did walk 1 batter, 5 strikeouts, has only faced 13 batters, 51 total pitches, 37 of those for strikes. First pitch swung on, fouled out of play by Jacob Mantooth. Mantooth flew out to left field in his first plate appearance. Second pitch just misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Mantooth couldn't catch up to that one. 1-2 to count. Nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. 2-0 Tennessee Wesleyan lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. Will stay in the infield / shallow outfield. Brian Espinoza, the second baseman, gets underneath it, catches it to retire Mantooth. 1 out. And that will bring up Adrian Vargas to the plate. He flew out to right field his first time up. Back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. Foul back our way. Not as close as it was the last inning. Hart still out of rhythm. 0-1 to Vargas. Batcher, the big lefty, pitching a gem thus far. This one just misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Adrian Vargas. Vargas, .321 hitter on the season. 4 home runs. The pitch, this one hit high in the air. Plenty of room here at Hunter Wright Stadium. The first baseman for Tennessee Wesleyan has a long run. Over to make the catch. Nice play by Corbin Shaw to retire Vargas. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th. That one caught in foul territory. I like to call those free outs. And Mantooth retired, Vargas retired. It's up to Luca Boscarino to get something going for the Eagles. He lifts one in the air in foul territory. Caught once again by Shaw. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Reinhardt Eagles in the top of the 5th inning. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see Tennessee Wesleyan come to the plate. And when they do, it'll be Cruz Newman, Chris Catalano, and Josh Shelley due up for the Bulldogs when we get back from this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Hunter Wright Stadium here in beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee, on just a fabulous day for baseball. Overcast skies, cool temperatures, and great baseball here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference Baseball Championship. I'm Jeff Campbell, bringing you a dandy between Tennessee Wesleyan and Reinhardt. Tennessee Wesleyan leads 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the 5th for the Reinhardt Eagles. Back to the mound will be Logan Lynch. He's pitched an inning and 2/3. He's given up 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of those are earned. He has 1 strikeout. Faced 8 batters, allowed a double and a 2-run home run. He's thrown 25 total pitches, 20 of those for strikes. And the Bulldogs' high-powered offense coming back to the plate, looking to add more runs to the 2 they got in the 4th inning. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Cruz Newman to get things started for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch from Lynch. Beauty of a pitch, strike 1. Right over the outside part of home plate. 0-1 the count. Lynch, high leg kick, deals just outside, evens it up, 1-1. Cruz Newman, his first plate appearance, single to right field. He's 1 for 1 on the day. This one hit him. Ran a little too far inside, so Newman's going to wear that one as he goes to first base. The hit by pitch puts a leadoff runner aboard for Tennessee Wesleyan. And not only does it do that, it brings the top of the order back around in Chris Cantilano. Cantilano on the day 0 for 1. Struck out in the third. He was hit by a pitch in the first, caught stealing, trying to steal second. First pitch to Cantilano, a ball. Cantilano has 16 doubles on the season. Once again, part of this high voltage Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldog offense. The pitch, tried to square bunt, hit him. Second time today, Cantilano hit by a pitch. And 2 batters in a row reach base via the hit by pitch. And now runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Tennessee Wesleyan. Josh Shelley coming to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out, reached on an error. The pitch, the bunt by Shelley, fielded by the third baseman. Throws over to first to retire Shelley via the 5-3 put out on the fielder's choice. But the runners do advance. Newman at third, Cantilano at second. And a big bat coming up, Daniel Stewart. They just tell him to go on to first. So the intentional walk loads the bases.
Hey, zoom in there, Jeff.
We do have a runner coming in for Stewart. And we have a mound visit, folks. And folks from Reinhardt want to talk about this one. Tennessee Wesleyan, the bases loaded and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
And Jeff, I've been looking down in the bullpen as well for Reinhardt. No action in the bullpen with 1 out, bases loaded. Maybe more of a defensive discussion as well. What we're going to do with the baseball hit to us down 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You're playing for a championship. Do you give up a run? Obviously, with 1 out, you could try to roll one up right here. But so many times in situations, you know, players are taught, let the speed and the direction of the ball tell you where to go with it. And appreciate my good friend Gary Justice hopping on. He's has forgotten more about baseball than I'll ever know. Bases loaded for Colton Reynolds. Newcomer of the year in the conference. 23 home runs, 66 runs batted in. Bases loaded, swung on, hit to third, step on third, throw to first, double play. And just like that, the Reinhardt Eagles escape some trouble in a fantastic play over at third base by Cade Shamley. The 5-3 double play ends the inning, and Reinhardt will come to bat in the top of the 6th inning, down 2-0. And when they do, Mr. Shamley will be the first up. It'll be Shamley, Stevens, Phelps after this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. folks, to Hunter Wright Stadium here in Kingsport, Tennessee. Jeff Campbell, Gary Justice, Jeff Hunter here on the Southeast Sports Network, bringing you the conference championship in baseball here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Tennessee Wesleyan and Reinhardt as we move to the top of the sixth. Tennessee Wesleyan holds a 2-run lead for for Tennessee Wesleyan. They will trot Logan Lynch back out to the mound. Came on in relief of Hayes Bryan. He's pitched 2 2/3, 3 hits. And looks like we're going to have that'll be Daniel Batcher on the mound. I was looking at the wrong lineup. Batcher, he's gone the complete game for Tennessee Wesleyan. 5 innings pitched, no hits, no runs. 60 total pitches, 43 of them for strikes. That one fouled up and out of play by the first hitter in this inning for Reinhardt, Cade Shamlee. Made a great play over at third on the double play to end the Tennessee Wesleyan threat in the previous inning. Shamlee, 1 ball, 2 strikes, fouls another one away. So it'll be Shamlee, Stevens, and Phelps due up for Reinhardt. Pitch misses outside from Batcher, and he's just pitched a great game today, folks. 2-2 the count. The pitch swung on, fouled away. Count's going to remain 2-2. Reinhardt down 2 runs. Here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch swung on, hit into right field. Second baseman going back, right fielder coming in. Will be the right fielder calling him off. Nice play out there by Colton Reynolds. Great communication to retire Shamlee for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Now Ryan Stevens coming to the plate for Reinhardt, the catcher. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance back in the third inning, but he will put the first hit of the day on the board for Reinhardt. Singles up the middle on the first pitch of the at-bat. And now the Eagles, a 1-out base runner aboard. Robert Phelps due up next for Reinhardt, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 2 on the day. Popped out to short, grounded out to short. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. The pitch swung on, grounded over to the third, 5-4. Did get the force at second. The throw from third to second a little bit elevated. It was a great athletic play by Brian Espinoza at second to catch the ball, touch the bag to retire the runner, but not able to throw on to first for the double play. So Phelps reaches on the fielder's choice, but Stevens cut down at second on the 5-4 putout. Brief discussion between our umpires are going to get together and talk about it, making sure that was the right call. That was a great pickup at third base by Shelley. On a hard hit ball, but the throw to second a little elevated. Once again, Espinoza had to climb the ladder, go up and get it, touch the bag to retire Stevens at second. So now for the Reinhardt Eagles, 2 down, runner at first, Louis Dion at the plate. 297 hitter. Hit a home run in Reinhardt's win over Milligan this morning. And if he's able to do that again, we'll have a tie ball game. Batcher comes set. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch on the way. Just outside. 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Batcher. Fouled off by Dion. Make the count 2-1. Two balls, one strike, two outs. Runner aboard at first for Reinhardt. They trail 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on it hard into right field. Nearly gets to the wall. Runner from first is going to go home. And the throw misses the cutoff. So Robert Phelps comes around from first to score on a 2-out double from Louis Dion. And in this inning, the Reinhardt Eagles get their first hit of the game and their first run of the game. And they are within one, as Tennessee Wesleyan still leads 2-1, but a nice piece of hitting on the RBI double from Louis Dion. And now you look at this situation. Nash Crowell coming to the plate. Dion at second. Big swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the first pitch offering from Batcher. But if a hit here from Crowell, Lankley scores a run and ties this one up. Batcher. The pitch. Swung on, dribbled off the end of the bat. Batcher fields, throws over to first to retire the side on the 1-3 putout. But not before some damage is done. The Reinhardt Eagles scratch across a run and draw within one as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Hunter Wright Stadium. For Tennessee Wesleyan, when they come to the plate, it will be Corbin Shaw, Jack Stevens, Brian Espinoza due up for the Bulldogs when we get back from this break right here on the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV. Fire Stick.
Welcome back, folks, to Kingsport, Tennessee. A dandy of a baseball game here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Championship baseball game between Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. Tennessee Wesleyan had two on the board. Reinhardt got one of those back in the top of the 6th for Reinhardt. Logan Lynch back on the mound. 2 2/3 innings pitched, only giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 13 batters faced. He has given up a double and a home run, 36 total pitches, 23 of those for strikes. Hard ground ball by the leadoff batter this inning, Corbin Shaw, but handled nicely over at short by Robert Phelps of Reinhardt, and retires Shaw quickly on a 6-3 putout for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll bring Jack Stevens to the plate for the Bulldogs. Stevens 1 for 2 on the day. Singled back in the 2nd inning. Lynch on the mound. Brings that sidearm delivery to the plate. Called strike on the outside corner. Pretty pitch by Logan Lynch. Here's the pitch. This one just missed outside, runs the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jack Stevens. Stevens, the designated hitter for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Here's the pitch, swung on up the middle, deflected off the glove of Lynch. Picked up by the shortstop, thrown to first, not in time, and that would have been a high-level baseball play had that been recorded for an out. But if it doesn't hit the glove of Lynch, more than likely it's a single up the middle. So Stevens safely aboard at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Brian Espinoza comes to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the 4th, hit into a 1-6-3 double play to end the 2nd inning. This one hit Harbert right at the third base, over to first. Could not get the double play. A very, very nice play by Cade Shamley over at third. Caught the hard hit line drive and quickly threw the ball to first. So Espinoza is retired. On the line out at third. Stevens safe at first. He's there with 2 outs. And Devin Dixon coming to the plate. Dixon swings at this one. Dribbler over to third. Shamley, it was a foul ball. Hit off his foot. Devin Dixon in some obvious discomfort.
The boys to the left a little bit. Over to the left. There you go.
Coach and staff out checking on Dixon. Dixon, the shortstop for the Bulldogs, trying to walk this one off. You see so many of these hitters, you see is like shin protector that he's wearing on that left leg, the front leg in his batting stance, but hit the exposed area on the top of his shoe. And a lot of people who's, even if you've not played a whole lot of sports, you understand what pain that is. Devin Dixon, a tough young man, back in the box. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. AAC championship on the line. Here's the pitch. Dixon squares to bunt. Gets it. It's going to be fielded by Lynch. Thrown over to first. Throws it away. Runners are going to advance. Stevens holds up at third. Dixon at second. And the miscue in the field from Reinhardt allows some base runners. So Stevens on third, Dixon on second with 1 out. And Cruz Newman coming to the plate. They are going to rule that an error. So Dixon all the way to second on the throwing error. Stevens at third, Newman at the plate, 2 down. Pitch from Lynch outside. Cruz Newman 1 for 1 on the day. Single to right field. Also hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. Lynch, high leg kick, delivery, swung on. Hit up the middle, backhanded deep in the hole by the second baseman. Throw to first, not in time. 1 run scores. The other run scores. Heady base running by Devin Dixon. That foot's not hurt too bad. He scores from second on a ball that was a great play by the second baseman, Louis Dion. Tried to go to first to get the out and end the inning. Not in time as Newman legs out that single. But the 2 RBI is what is very costly in that situation for Reinhardt. As Stevens and Dixon both score. And just like that, the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs lead 4-1. Another ground ball back to the pitcher. Fielded by Lynch, tossed to first to retire Chris Cantillano. And that, folks, will end the inning. And the damage done by Tennessee Wesleyan. They put 2 across. Once again, they lead 4-1. Reinhardt coming to bat in the top of the 7th. And due up for the Eagles, it will be Barry Espinoza, Jacob Mantooth, and Adrian Vargas when we get back from this short break right here on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Kingsport, Tennessee. The Appalachian Athletic Conference Baseball Championship on the line. Tennessee Wesleyan leads Reinhardt 4-1. And for Tennessee Wesleyan, they will send Daniel Batcher back to the mound. He has gone the distance thus far for the Bulldogs. Tossed 6 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run. He's walked 1 batter. He has struck out 5, faced 21 batters, allowed 1 double. He has thrown 74 total pitches, 53 of those 4 strikes. And he will have to deal with Barry Eisman here to get things started in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch to Eisman, fouled up and out of play. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch, Eisman fouls this one down the right field line. Eisman hitting foul balls to both sides of the field here at Hunter Wright Stadium. Certainly appreciate you folks joining us, spending part of your day with us here on the Southeast Sports Network. This one hit high to left field, but turning foul. I do start to see some action down in the Tennessee Wesleyan bullpen. It's probably just in case Batcher runs into a jam, but he's pitched a gem thus far. Here's a ground ball from Eisman over to second, fielded, thrown to first for out number 1. Espinoza fielding his position well out at second for Tennessee Wesleyan to retire Eisman via the 4-3 put out for the first out here in the top of the 7th. Jacob Mantooth back to the plate for Reinhardt. Here's the first pitch from Batcher, misses away. Ball 1. Mantooth 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to left, flew out to short. Second pitch misses in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to the designated hitter for the Reinhardt Eagles, Jacob Mantooth. This one misses upstairs. Mantooth way ahead in this count. 3 balls, no strikes. One down here in the top of the 7th inning. That pitch finds a strike zone for Batcher. Makes the count 3-1. pitch. Called strike. Now Batcher works his way back as even as he can be. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to Montooth. The pitch hammered hard to third base, but right at the third baseman. Josh Shelley catches a hard line drive, retires Mantooth for the second out of the inning. That out will bring Adrian Vargas to the plate for Reinhardt. Vargas bats from the left side. He's 0 for 2 on the day as well. Hits this one high in the air. Shortstop Dixon going out. Makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Reinhardt in the top of the 7th. And we will move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tennessee Wesleyan coming back to bat. And it will be Josh Shelley, Daniel Stewart, Colton Reynolds due up for the Bulldogs after this short break right here in the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to Kingsport, Tennessee, the 2025 AAC Baseball Championship on the line between Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. I'm Jeff Campbell, bringing you all the action here on the Southeast Sports Network. Gary Justice, Jeff Hunter along with me today. And Tennessee Wesleyan coming to the plate for Reinhardt. Logan Lynch back on the mound. 3.2 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of those earned, walked 1 batter, struck out 1 batter, faced 19 batters, has given up a double and a home run, 47 total pitches, 32 of those 4 strikes. And he will face number 2, Josh Shelley. Shelley takes a hack at that one. Couldn't catch up. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Lynch. And this is low and away. 2 balls, 1 ball, 1 strike, excuse me. Lynch comes set. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Shelley. Overcast skies here in Kingsport, but a beautiful day for baseball. Weather absolutely perfect. Like baby bear soup. Not too hot, not too cold. This ball fouled away by Shelley. Count will remain 1-2. Pitch fouled away by Shelley. Folks, I hope we are still on the air. Screen went blank. Lynch set the deal to Shelley. The pitch misses outside. Runs the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. at the plate today. Shelley 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. The 2-2 pitch. This is outside. Full count, 3-2. Few raindrops starting to fall. Another pitch fouled away by Shelley. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch once again to Shelley. Full count. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul ball. Shout out to Gary Justice. A few raindrops starting to fall here in Kingsport, and had to switch our camera angles around just a little bit, folks. Have to protect the equipment. Still a high-quality broadcast. Show you all the field. Shelley proven to be a tough out. Payoff pitch, another foul ball by Shelley. Shelley leading off this inning for Tennessee Wesleyan. His Bulldogs with a 3-run lead, 4-1, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled off. This is a very high quality at bat by Josh Shelley. Three balls, 2 strikes on the batter. 12th pitch of the at-bat. Called time, was given time. Steps out of the box, and we'll do it again. Shelley sticking around in this one, not wanting to go down quietly. Logan Lynch gets the call from his catcher. And we'll see another payoff pitch. This one misses low and away. Tough at bat by Josh Shelley earns him a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Daniel Stewart now coming to the plate. He was intentionally walked his last at bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled to left field back in the 1st inning. Shelley aboard at first. Big hack by Stewart. Swings and misses. No balls, 1 strike to Daniel Stewart. Stewart, a terrific hitter for Tennessee Wesleyan. Once again, 451 on the season, 19 home runs, 72 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. And Stewart behind in this one, 0-2. Runner aboard at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here from Hunter Wright Stadium in Kingsport, Tennessee. Pitch fouled away by Stewart. In a 4-1 ball game, Tennessee Wesleyan leads Reinhardt 4-1. 2025 AAC championship on the line. The pitch. Got him looking. Pretty pitch by Lynch. Retires Stewart via the backwards K. So now Colton Reynolds will come to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Shelley gets his lead over at first. Lynch with the pitch. Strike. Pretty pitch. No 1 count to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Little dribbler right in front of the plate. Picked up by the catcher. Throws to first to retire Reynolds via the 2-3 put out for out number 2. And that's a great play by Ryan Stevens. Had to come out of his stance as the catcher sprint to that one. Field it. Stayed low. Made the throw to first. Retired Reynolds. And that will bring up Corbin Shaw. He hit a 2-run blast back in the 4th inning to put Tennessee Wesleyan on the board. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Swung on and missed. Strike 1 to Shaw. Shelley advanced to second on the last play, so now a runner in scoring position for Tennessee Wesleyan. Shaw at the plate. Fouled off and out of play by Shaw. 0-2 the count. Logan Lynch way ahead in this battle with Corbin Shaw. Shaw, a 401 hitter on the season, 26 home runs on the year. Still a light rain falling here in Kingsport. Here's the pitch. Just misses on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Reinhardt looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. Tennessee Wesleyan looking for some insurance. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. Pretty pitch by Lynch. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And, folks, we have played 7 complete here in the AAC Championship. Tennessee Wesleyan leads Reinhardt 4-1. After 7 complete innings, we'll move to the top of the 8th for Reinhardt due up. Boscarino, Shamley, Stevens. After this short break, you're watching AAC Championship Baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to Kingsport, Tennessee. Let's pull up a weather update for you. 69 degrees. A big cloud, maybe a few little raindrops on there. Whether it's showing on that computer or not, folks, I trust you. It's a light rain falling here at Hunter Wright Stadium. And this was one of the reasons that these games were moved up to avoid potential weather that may be moving in later in the day. These 2 teams have been here all week and want to get this thing wrapped up if at all possible. For Tennessee Wesleyan, they will send Daniel Batcher back to the mound. He's tossed seven complete innings, given up 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 5, 2 of those looking. Faced 24 total batters. He's thrown 85 pitches, 61 of those, 4 strikes. And due up here for the Reinhardt Eagles, Luca Boscarino. 0 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of attacking early in the account as well. Reinhardt starting to run out of outs. Down to 6 outs, trailing by 3 runs, and Batcher only limited him to 2 hits so far today.
Yeah, he's had a nice outing. This one fouled up and out of play by Boscarino. Glad to see you finally put that headset on.
Yeah, you know what? The rain is it's caused a little havoc this morning, but you know what? It's been a good show so far. These 2 great teams, a great championship ball game as well.
This pitch on the outside corner. Boscarino goes down looking. Pretty pitch from Batcher to get the first out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, Batcher continues to battle the zone up and down, in and out. Uses a 3-pitch mix as a fastball, curveball change, keeping the Reinhardt Eagles hitters off balance all afternoon long.
He sure has, and been a fantastic performance. And it seems like, Gary, every time I've joined you on one of these baseball broadcasts, it's been Tennessee Wesleyan. So I feel like getting to know some of these guys. This one hit hard by Shamlee out to center. Going back, tough play out in center. Long run, but Cantillano over to make the catch to retire Shamlee.
Yeah, he wasn't battling sun this afternoon. He was battling the raindrops as it continues to fall even heavier, and he did a nice job. That baseball kept on traveling that left center field gap and went back and set his feet and fielded through the baseball. Instead of getting there and stopping, he fielded the baseball and just kept on going.
Textbook out in center. This one hit hard to left. Down the line, turning. And that's going to be a home run. Ryan Stevens. I couldn't tell if it was fair or foul, but Stevens goes with his Gary Justice term, big fly to left field.
Yeah, he dropped his hands on a pitch that was low and in. I thought he may have been, I got a little bit too much of it. I thought it was going to hook foul, but Stevens was able to keep it fair. And as soon as Coach Barry's come out, Coach Daniel Batcher looked at him and said, he started playing. He said, I'm good, Coach. I'm good.
Yeah,
Here in the top of the 8th, and he's got 2 outs. He's on 7 2/3 innings, only allowed 3 hits and 2 runs. However, this is a 4-2 ball game. It looks like Coach Barry maybe listened to his left-hander. He's going to make the call to the pen, though. Tell you what, in a championship ball game, this young man on the mound, he threw one heck of a ball game.
Yeah, tip of the cap to Daniel Batcher, and that's something about this game, Gary, that you recognize a great performance, whether it be a hitting performance, a play in the field, or a pitching performance like we've seen from Daniel Batcher today. Definitely a tip of the cap to this young man. A great outing, has his team on top, 4-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning.
So it's the Bulldogs over Eagles, 4-2. It's college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network.
Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
The new pitcher for Tennessee Wesleyan, number 13, Christian Delaschmidt. He replaces Daniel Batcher. Great outing once again for Batcher. 7 2/3 innings pitched, only allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of those earned, walked 1 batter. Had 6 strikeouts, 3 of those looking, and 27 batters faced. He allowed one double and one home run to Ryan Stevens. He threw 92 total pitches, 66 of those 4 strikes, and turns it over to Della Schmidt here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, Della Schmidt, one of the tops in the conference in closing out ball games.
First pitch strike, and just watching him throw a couple of those warm-up pitches. Looks like he has a lot of velocity on his fastball. This one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The new batter.
Also, you get to late in the ball game, able to bring in a hard-throwing right-hander, a little different look than they'll have from the left side.
Yeah, he's throwing smoke out there right now. Just misses on the inside part of the plate with that one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Phelps.
Yeah, as many different looks that you can give hitters. That's an advantage for your pitcher, your defense.
Well, it's a different arm angle. Comes out of the zone differently. Phelps hits that one sharply over to third. Nice play over at third base by Josh Shelley. Backhands it, throws it across the diamond to retire Phelps and end the inning. But the Reinhardt Eagles get 1 back on the solo home run by Ryan Stevens. We've got a 4-2 ball game going to the bottom of the 8th. Due up for the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. It will be Jack Stevens, Brian Espinoza, and Devin Dixon when we get back from this break. You're watching college baseball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Hunter Wright Stadium here in Kingsport, Tennessee. The Appalachian Athletic Conference Baseball Championship, Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. And for Reinhardt, they will send Logan Lynch back to the mound. He has pitched 4 2/3 innings. He's allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of those earned. He's walked 2 batters, struck out 3. He's faced 23 batters. He's given up 1 double, 1 home run, 69 total pitches, 49 of those for strikes. And thought Lynch, other than just 1 or 2 situations, he's thrown a pretty solid baseball game too for Reinhardt.
Yeah, this is the second hurler of the day for the Eagles. They've done a nice job against an offense that averaged well above 4 runs per ball game. You hold the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs to 4 runs through 7. You've done something. Of course, they got a couple of things they got to finish out this ball game. They have to be impressed with their own performance, but they're still trailing by 2. Lynch's job here is to prevent any more runs and give his offensive teammates an opportunity to tie the ball game up in the 9th.
Jack Stevens due up for Reinhardt. Stevens 2 for 3 on the day. Singled in the 2nd, singled in the 5th. Flew out to right field in the 4th inning. 1 ball, no strike to Stevens. Pitch swung on. Hit over to short, backhand, throw across the diamond. Came off the bag. Tried to apply the tag. He's going to be called safe. Great play out at short by Robert Phelps. Backhanded that one deep in the 5-6 hole. Just couldn't get the throw over, pulled the first baseman off the bag.
So you're going to have a run for Stevens. So Bosk will come in a run for Stevens.
Yeah, Bosk.
He's ran for Stewart a couple of times today.
Yeah, he's a good base runner, quick. And, that's one of the things that Tennessee Wesleyan likes to do is get speed on the bases when they can. Brian Espinoza to the plate now for Tennessee Wesleyan. Leadoff runner aboard. Runner goes, swung on, throw down. We'll call the batter out.
Yeah, batter interference.
Yeah, they tried the batter, Espinoza, swung at the pitch.
So here's a discussion. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine.
So Coach Burton said it shouldn't have runner because the runner was out at second base as a result of the play. And this is a situation where the turf gets slick. Bosk overslid second base. And he tagged him out. But it was a short discussion, though.
But because the interference was called first, the runner has to go back to first. The batter's out.
I guess the discussion was, does it immediately become a dead ball on the batter interference?
Right.
And evidently it is become a dead ball because the runner had to go back to first base, to your point.
So Espinoza being called out. We'll bring up one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Devin Dixon to the plate.
Go ahead, pinch hitter. I think it's Isaac Lawson pinch hitting.
Isaac Lawson, you're right, coming in for Dixon. First pitch strike to Lawson.
So Jonathan Bosk, I remember Jack Stevenson, the first pitch he saw, he was taking off.
Yeah, he was out there to do a job. He was trying to get to second. He had to retreat to first because of the batter interference. This one swung on and hit high to left field. Camping underneath that is the left fielder, Luca Boscarino. Catches it for out number 2. Now Cruz Newman will come up for the Bulldogs.
Get the leadoff hitter on. You're hoping in a 2-run ball game to maybe push an insurance run across. However, the batter interference and the fly ball, nice job by Lynch to continue to battle and try to minimize this inning or prevent a score.
Absolutely, and have to feel good about things if you're Reinhardt, if you can get out of this without giving up a run. First pitch from Lynch misses outside ball 1 to Cruz Newman. Newman 2 for 2 on the day. 2 RBIs. Pretty solid day for Newman batting in the 9-hole. And that's the thing, when you look at this Tennessee Wesleyan lineup, 3rd in the nation, and all 9 of their hitters batting average well over 300.
Led the league in 10 offensive categories.
It's
hard to imagine there are 10 offensive categories.
Yeah, it's impressive. You're a baseball guy. You know there's stats for everything.
Everything. It's become a sport of analytics.
You're exactly right.
2-1 on Newman. Still in the driver's seat. He can be picky on what pitch he swings at.
Yeah, he's trying to square something up here. Watches this one miss outside for ball 3. And now if you're Lynch, Gary, you don't really want to walk him. You don't really want to groove him anything either.
Still trying to avoid a barrel if possible. Try to get as much black as you can versus the white part of the plate.
Lynch comes set. And the pitch. This one is barreled up to right field. Going to drop in there for a single. Bosk holds up at second. But a nice piece of hitting for Newman, and I think that hit comes around because he's so far ahead in that count.
Yeah, nice job also. A little off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate, and we're going to have another pinch hitter for the Bulldogs, another lefty. As we get the name, I don't think it's any, as far as left-handed hitters, he had Lawson pinch hit, and then Newman hit was left-handed. Cody McGill. Yeah, it'll be a 3rd straight left-handed hitter, so all Lynch's pitches move. The movement will now be going towards the hitter. So that's the reason Coach Berry's wanting as many left-handed hitters as possible against number 9 in gold.
Especially late in this ball game, looking to squeeze out an insurance run. Here's the pitch. Outside part of the plate called strike.
Yeah, I love seeing pitchers go first pitch change. That dictates the tone of the at-bat. It gets the hitter thinking. And they're going to slow their hands down, throw a fastball, maybe it'd speed them up.
Great analysis from a Hall of Fame pitcher. As McGill grounds this one over to second, picked up, tossed over to first, retires the side. And just looking at the situation, going to the top of the 9th, Tennessee Wesleyan ahead 4-2 Reinhardt come to bat. They've either got to score 2 runs to tie this, or otherwise the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs are going to be your 2025 baseball champions. We'll see what happens, folks, when we come back. Should be Dion, Crowell, and Eisman up for the Reinhardt Eagles in the top of the 9th after this break on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to Kingsport, Tennessee. Tennessee Wesleyan looking to close this one out. Della Schmidt back on the mound for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice job of Logan Lynch in that bottom half of the 8th. Gave the leadoff batter got on base, and then the next hitter was retired on the batter interference, a fly ball, and the ground ball. A nice job by 9 in goal to at least keep the deficit at 2. So this is a situation because it changes with a deficit 2. You get a walk and a tying run comes to the plate, or you get a couple guys on. Now you don't have to have a 4 or 5 runs. So it's 4 or 5 runs, or getting 2 runs in innings. A little bit easier said than done against this Bulldogs pitching staff, but definitely doable in 1 inning for this offense.
Yeah, Della Schmidt came in. He only faced 1 batter, threw 4 pitches, 2 of those for strikes.
Especially with the guy on deck for Reinhardt. He's very easily hit a 2-run bomb.
Right, and that's the first batter that Della Schmidt will face will be Louis Dion. 1 for 3 on the day, 1 RBI, and struck out twice.
Yeah, he had a good game this morning.
This one fouled up and out of play. He's behind quickly 0-2.
Yeah, the reliever coming out of the pen for the Bulldogs, going and throwing strikes, throwing it hard. He's attacking the hitters. This will be the first time for this part of the lineup seeing him.
Absolutely, and that's the big adjustment. This one just misses off the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, Della Schmidt has such good mechanics. Everything goes straight to the plate, nose over the toes, stays compact.
And got him swinging. Dion goes down on strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. And Nash Crowell will come to the plate.
Yeah, the first baseman for the Reinhardt Eagles, first team All-AAC, Gold Glove member as well. Team only has 3 hits on the afternoon. They need 2 runs.
This one hit hard into left field, turning just foul.
Such hard to keep your hands inside that baseball, and Nash did a good job there. Hooked foul at the last second, though. And, of course, when you have plus velocity on the mound, your hands got to get a little bit quicker, and sometimes it'll cause you to hook that baseball foul.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things to do in all of sports is to hit a baseball. And, you're talking about a moving object with high velocity and a lot of movement.
And hit it with a round bat. Hit 2 round objects and hit it squarely.
Yeah, sounds very complicated. That's why I play basketball. Here's a pitch. Popped. I was like Pedro Serrano. I couldn't hit the curveball.
So here, 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Reinhardt Eagles. Nash Crowell. Now he'll have to change his approach. He'll have to widen the stance and protect the plate. Of course, 3, 4, 5 part of the lineup here. This is if Jonathan Burton needed 2 runs, this is the part of the lineup he want.
This one fouled high in the air by Crowell. Going to be some room over there. Not sure if anybody can get to it, but they do. Nice put out by the second baseman, Brian Espinoza, in foul territory to retire Crowell.
Nice job communicating with Corbin Shaw, the first baseman. Hey, I got a better angle at it. I can take care of this baseball. And recorded the put out, 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 9th. And Bulldogs 1 out away from a conference championship.
Yeah, Reinhardt down to their last out. It'll be Barry Eisman at the plate. First pitch strike.
Eisman had a big home run last night. He and Jacob Mantooth went back-to-back in the 8th to take a 1-run deficit to a 1-run lead.
High-level baseball. This time Eisman flies 1 into shallow center field, and it's going to drop. A 2-out single for Barry Eisman. Keeps the Reinhardt hopes alive here in the top of the 9th inning.
This young man stepping to play right now, Jacob Mantooth. The ball game was 3-3, and as Ethan Moore will come in and run for Osmond at first. Mantooth game against Columbia International, an elimination game. Osmond tied it at 3, and the Mantooth, the next batter, gave them a 1-run lead, which turned out to be victorious at a 4-3 victory.
Big spot for Mantooth here, 357 hitter. 0 for 3 on the day.
Don't look for Moore to be really aggressive on the base path, trailing by 2 with 2 outs, but a pass ball, and if you can stay out of a forced situation, it would be big.
Yeah, 2 outs. He's going to be moving on contact. This one hit hard but foul by Mantooth. And 2 outs. He's going to be moving on contact. Mantooth gets something to the gap.
Yeah, well, especially with Moore's speed, he's going to be able to score. Running with 2 outs and also with his ability to pick them up and put them down. It's a good combination.
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. Nice change of pace on that pitch.
Yeah, Della Schmidt has got everybody fooled right now as far as, the 2 outs so far. As the umpire needs some baseballs. Again, you've been facing a left-handed pitcher all game long. Now you have a hard-throwing righty who comes in, a little taller, gets on top of the baseball more and going straight downhill. It's a different look, trailing by 2.
Yeah, the Reinhardt once again down to the last out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Crowd comes to their feet. Della Schmidt with a pitch. Popped up in the air. Shallow center field. Underneath and caught. And, folks, that's the ball game. Chris Cantilano with the last put out of the game, and the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs are your 2025 Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament champions in the sport of baseball.
So a second ticket is punched to the national tournament, and that'll be the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. So they will receive the automatic bid for winning the postseason tournament. So Reinhardt will advance. Tennessee Wesleyan would advance. More likely, it was going to receive an automatic bid, so I'm sure a lot of the country is breathing a sigh of relief for somebody who's on the bubble that they punched their ticket. But quality ball game here, 4-2. It was a good one this morning, too. Reinhardt defeated Milligan in a walk-off fashion, 4-2 in the championship game. It's been a great week of baseball, Jay.
It sure has. And, the unofficial count tracker, I think it was 23 games for me this week between softball and baseball. And been a busy week, but a good week. And just really highlighting – these baseball and softball players.
Well, I tell you what.
This conference is tough and a lot of great student athletes. And anytime we get a chance to highlight their skills, it's certainly an honor.
So you'll have the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs will take the 4-2 victory for Jeff Campbell, Gary Justice, Jeff Hubbard, the entire Southeast Sports Network crew. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay tuned as far as opening round sites and selection show. All the information can be found at aacsports.com. For Jeff, Gary Justice signing off. Southeast Sports Network, college baseball.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.